Shout out to all my guys and goddesses checking out this video. I am C, the spiritual goddess, here for another Starlight report. Yes, guys and goddesses. Today's video is on the lovely Cardi B. Yes, shout out to Cardi Gang checking out this video. Leave me some red shoes in the comments if you are Cardi Gang. Today we're going to be talking about CB2 and what we can expect. Before we get into this reading, keep in mind, tarot readings are for entertainment purposes. My interpretation of the cards is just that, my interpretation. Please do not leave any negative hate or comments. You're allowed to leave your opinion here, but please don't be nasty. Please don't be rude. Keep it positive, guys. Okay, everything is allegedly. All right, guys, so let's get into this reading. And don't forget, if you do want your own personal session, your own personal reading, feel free to hit the link in the description box. Okay, so we are going to be talking about Cardi B's CB2. I'll be asking Spirit a few things. Let's start with the first question. What is the sound of the album? What is the sound of the album? While I was like meditating on Cardi B energy, a message came through from her ancestors to like just drop it. I feel like Cardi B, she second guesses herself. I don't know, I could be wrong, guys, and you could correct me in the comments. I feel like her album, like Cardi B probably recorded a CB2 a while ago, and I feel like she scrapped it off for some reason. I feel like Cardi B is very particular when it comes to her music and what she puts out, her sound. And the Spirit is saying that's why, that's what works for her. You know what I mean? So this is definitely going to be that boss energy. I definitely feel like she's going to be, of course, talking about money. She's going to be popping her on this album. I feel like we're going to get that sound that we love that on the first album, but it's going to be more bravado on this album. I definitely see that she's not going to hold bars. I feel like this is going to be, there's going to be some songs very tongue-in-cheek. Like, I feel like that may not necessarily be radio friendly. It's going to be like, we're going to see a different side of Cardi B. It's like we're going to see the same but different. Like she's going to be more free in her expression. Yes, I feel like she's going to really rest in her divine feminine energy on this album. So it's going to be very much pussy power all the way. If you guys were looking for something different, I don't think you're going to get any different things with that. But I feel like it's going to be two sides. In a way, I feel like Cardi B might get a little personal in this album, a little bit. Like, I feel like you might hear her get a little personal. I wouldn't be surprised if she collabs with Meg again. I don't know why I got like Meg is an Aquarius, right, guys? Correct me in the comments. I see like an Aquarius feature, someone with the Aquarius sign. Tell me, who's gonna all be featured? Who's gonna all be featured? We're gonna hear a lot more of Cardi B on this album. I feel like though there's definitely like a Capricorn or an Aquarius that's gonna be featured. I wouldn't be surprised if her and Meg does another collab. Okay, so how would this album be received by her fans? Let's see. Let's get into it. How would this album be received by the general public? How would this album be received? Even though I feel like, I do feel like Cardi B is going to get some scrutiny on this album, but it's like, you know how like she did with WAP, how she got scrutiny because people couldn't really, you know, they didn't really like the subject matter. But I feel like it's not going to... Yeah, it's not going to affect how well it does though. She's going to actually have a good reception overall on the album. I do feel like there is going to be some criticism, but I feel like Cardi B is going to take that. But overall, this album will get a good reception. I definitely feel like this album is going to get a good reception. Yeah, this album is going to get a good reception overall. Her fans is going to really love this. I feel like this is going to remind us why we fell in love with Cardi B in the first place. Let's see, how would this album perform? How is this album going to perform? How will this album perform? And Cardi B, if you're listening to this, her fans, tag her in this. Spirit guys are saying just drop it, just drop it. I don't know, I feel like you have some hesitation when it comes to dropping this album. If you're worried about the song, Spirit is saying, like, if you're worried about the reception, like, drop it. It's going to be a good reception. I definitely feel like she's going to get the conversation started with this album. There's going to be conversations had, but this album is really going to perform good. I see Cardi B making a lot of money with this album, guys. I see a lot of money. With me saying that though, Cardi, I do have a message for you. I don't know if you guys had a leak before, but Spirit is just telling you to just be careful when it comes to the leaks, because I feel like someone in your camp gives me some sneaky vibes. Someone in her camp definitely gives me some sneaky vibes when it comes to leaking her music. So just be careful with that. But as far as how this album is going to perform, I feel like it's going to do good. Her label is going to be very, very happy. Cardi B, this is going to, like, money-wise, like, solidify her. I feel like this is definitely going to be a big album for her. And it's going to perform well. Now, the question is, will it live up to the first album? Will it live up to the first album? Now, this is subjective, but let's see overall, success-wise, will it live up to the first album success-wise? And don't forget, guys, leave me a like if you guys are enjoying this video and you want me to come back with some more celebrity readings. This album is going to definitely live up to it. I got the Three of Cups. Like, this is going to be, this album is like the perfect ingredients. Like, if I had to describe this album, I would describe it as the perfect mac and cheese. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've been waiting for it all Thanksgiving, all day. You know what I'm saying? But you know it's going to be good when it come out. That's this Cardi B album. I feel like this is going to be a good album. She doesn't need to have any doubts about it. If she's nervous, Cardi, just drop it. It's going to be good. You know what? I want to know how personal she's going to be on this album, though. Because I always wondered about that. How personal? How personal? I feel like she gonna pop her shit. Like, I feel like, yeah, I definitely feel like we're gonna get a little bit personal. But yeah, I definitely feel like Cardi B is going to get a little personal on this album. Like, she's going to talk about some things in her real life, so we may find out some things. I feel like with this whole era, this era feels like it's going to be more so personal. She's probably going to talk about a lot of her trials and tribulations, not necessarily on the album, but during this era. Like, we may find out things about Cardi B that we really did not know that she went through. Yeah, but this still is going to be mainly like a boss type album. Like, it's just giving me boss money energy. Okay, what we love from Cardi B, okay? Now, her fan, I did have a fan that want me to ask this. I don't like, you know, I mean, this is not really about her personal life, but they wanted me to ask, will her case, you know, that court case she have with the girls in the club, will it delay her album? Let's ask that. Will her court case delay her album? No, guys. It's her court case. I don't feel like it's going to delay her album. Cardi B is definitely going to drop this year, if that's what you're asking. Okay, guys? So I hope, oh, let's ask one more question. Will she win a Grammy? Will Cardi B win a Grammy for CB2? Will she win a Grammy for CB2? I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if she's nominated for multiple categories. I feel like Cardi B is going to be nominated. I feel like, yeah, she's going to be nominated. When CB2 come out, like, award season wise, I definitely feel like this is going to be Cardi B's season. I definitely see her picking up a lot of awards. I wouldn't be surprised if she does win a Grammy. For at least, if not her album, a single at least. This is definitely going to be like part 2 of invasion of privacy. I definitely see that, okay? So, Barty Gang, so gods and goddesses, let me know what you think about this video. I'm so curious to hear from you. If you guys want to, make sure you guys also subscribe to my channel and check out the other videos I have here. We do videos on celebrity readings and personal development videos, so make sure you guys check that out. Also, if you do want your own personal session, make sure you guys book your reading in the comments below. Until then, all my gods and goddesses, don't forget to always rock your crown. See you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah.